Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Mustache MMA, and welcome to the breakdown, episode 5.2. We had a withdrawal in the Johnny Walker versus Jamahal Hill card. Jonathan Pearce was originally scheduled to fight Austin Lingo. However, Austin Lingo withdrew. So now replacing him on short notice was Christian Rodriguez. I'm not sure when this fight actually came about, but when I did my original breakdown video on Sunday, this fight was not on the card, so it is recently new. Christian Rodriguez in about 1 week's notice, maybe less. Nevertheless, I'm going to break down this fight and I'm going to give an official prediction. So, glossing over Jonathan Pearce because I went over him in the original breakdown video. Oh, wait, no, I didn't actually. So, first time I'm breaking him down, so I won't gloss over it. Anyway, Jonathan Pearce, really good wrestling. He seems to time his takedowns really well and get those takedowns pretty successfully. In his past two fights, he's gotten, I think, 5 takedowns in one and 6 takedowns in the other. He's able to use that to his advantage as well to tire out his opponents and eventually finish those opponents as well. One via ground and pound, one via rear naked choke. On the other side of it, defensive wise, his wrestling is also really good. He's shown that he is able to hold off any kind of takedowns from his opponents as well, keep it on the feet, keep it in his advantage as well. Also, on top of that, that compares or pairs well with his wrestling is his good grappling. He has really nice transitions on the feet. He always just kind of looks to slowly work his position work his way into a better position, whether that be full mount or take the back. He likes taking the back, as we've seen in those last two fights, to where he can kind of try and flatten out his opponents. Get that rear naked choke in, or just get some ground and pound going and get that finish. Pearce is a finisher. Most of his wins have come by finish. I'd say like all but one or two. So yeah, this dude doesn't like to go to the judges' scorecards whatsoever. I will say, however, on the ground when he's grappling, sometimes he does rush into those positions, and then that makes him end up losing those positions. So although he is good at transitioning, sometimes he does rush that and lose those positions, which isn't great. Striking on the feet isn't too bad. I've shown tendency that it's a little wild and not very technical. But he does throw a lot of good volume. He's a really high pace, high pressure kind of guy, with the striking as well as with the wrestling and the grappling. So this guy is putting on that high pace, high pressure. He's going to try and gas you out, make you tired, wear on you pretty good. Super good shin, really tough, really durable. He's been finished once in his career. However, the finish was kind of weird. Essentially, his opponent got him in like half Nelson hold, and he was on the ground. He wasn't able to like block himself or defend himself, and he just got ground and pounded to a TKO loss. So besides that, he's shown a really good chin in all of his fights. He's been able to take shots, so I don't really take too much effect into that loss at all. He is really hittable on the feet as well. Like I said, he seems a little wild with his striking. His chin's up in the air. So a little worrisome on the Jonathan Pearce side in terms of him just taking a whole lot of shots. And if it were to go to a decision, taking all those shots may not look good in the judge's eyes. He has good cardio though as well, so he's able to keep up that high pace, high pressure that he puts on, and it looks like he really doesn't tend to slow down. I haven't seen him in the third round very often, so that's a little questionable spot. But the first two rounds, he puts on that high pace, high pressure, and keeps it pretty consistent. Moving on to Christian Rodriguez, undefeated fighter, was on the Contender Series, missed a weight, however, and didn't get a contract. But level of opponents haven't been the best, but he has been able to finish most of those opponents. His striking is really good, super technical, and he does have power as well. He also puts on a high pace, high pressure, really good volume with a lot of his strikes. However, it is kind of weird because he's also really patient striker. He is just kind of, plodding forward in your face, but like, eyeing you out, waiting for you, what you're going to do, what you're going to see. So yeah, kind of a strange, patient yet high volume type fighter, which is good. Wide variety of attacks as well. You know, he uses a lot of elbows, really good combinations he uses, knees, kicks, you name it. He's got all of them, and he's going to use them all to his advantage. Takedown defense, which I think is going to be pretty key here, obviously, in this fight. It's actually pretty good. It seems to hold up. A lot of fights that I've seen, he has gotten taken down in those fights, but he was able to work his way back to his feet eventually. And also, he's able to stuff a lot of those takedowns. Grappling in his own right is pretty decent. It's not terrible. He does have 2 submission victories on his resume, so he's not totally, out of the water with that. And he also has shown that he can control his opponents and push them to the ground, push them up against the fence and trip them to the ground and kind of hold them there and get in a good position. On top of that, really great cardio. This dude has, from round 1 to round 3, he is never even the slightest looking like he's tired ever. Constantly putting on that high pace, high pressure, really good volume for all 3 rounds. So with all that being said, I want to pick Christian Rodriguez, but on short notice, that's kind of tough. But I'm going to go Christian Rodriguez, man. I think he has the striking edge. I think he's going to be able to keep this on the feet for the majority of the fight. Jonathan Pearce, he's just going to eat way too many shots. It's not going to look good in the judge's eyes. He may not get the control time that he wants or the positioning on the ground that he wants. And I think Rodriguez is just going to piece him up on the feet and probably get a decision victory, probably a close decision victory. But I like Christian Rodriguez in this one, even though he's on short notice. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, please subscribe. Please hit the like button. Let me know who you guys got down in the comments. Let me know if you think I'm crazy, because I know Christian Rodriguez is actually a pretty big dog. However, even with those odds, I still think he has a really good chance to win here. Thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you later.